Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain. And before we get to our first guest, I want to thank Knob Creek Gun Range. I was out there this weekend, talked to the guys out there, Kenny Sumners and all those guys, great group of guys out there. Really want to thank them for being a sponsor this year for our Wild Kentuckiana Live show. So please, if you have any firearm needs or wants or requests or help with anything, those guys are fantastic. Make sure you go out there and see them. They'll treat you right. Tell them Wild Kentuckiana Live sent you. And first, we're going to introduce Mike, president of Blue Water LED.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
Hey, I appreciate you being here on such short notice. Now, Mike, there's a lot of, as the people can see here in a little bit, we're going to show some of your products. There's a lot of LED companies on the market. What I like about Blue Water LED is it's a Kentucky-based product out of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
That's right.
Past few years, you were a big supporter of Lights Out Outdoors, and we really appreciate that. And anytime any of our guys ever ordered anything, it got shipped the same day. We got it just really quick. It's superb over anything else we've ever used before. Lifetime warranty. Now, tell us a little bit about Blue Water, how it came about, and what's your role in it.
Well, just like anything else great out there that happens, it happens because of a need.
Right.
I had a need, and so I had a need in the marine industry, and I needed to see.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes, as I got a little older, starting to get worse and worse, and I needed to see. And it kind of grew into this monster from there.
Mm-hmm.
We love to fish. We love to hunt. We're local guys just like you.
Right.
And we like to do it right. We want to do it as convenient as possible and be able to depend on our products.
Now, your products range from, several different ways. Anything from pontoons to bass boats to duck boats to your boat that you're accessing your WMAs to hunt with. Everything from spotlights, bar lights. You can branch into the trucks, the UTVs, the four-wheelers. Anything. What's the largest bar y'all carry?
We carry a 38.5-inch bar, pushes around 26,000 lumens.
26,000 lumens. I had one of those bars, and we ended up giving it away on our Facebook one time. That bar was ridiculous. You could, and for the guys that do a lot of coon hunting, they're not turned on to these yet. These are big, could be really, really big coon lights for them. Now, what sets yourself apart from every other guy on the market?
Well, and that's a good question. We've tested a lot of junk.
Mm-hmm.
We've spent a lot of money buying the wrong stuff to get it out of our system.
Right.
To put the right stuff on the market. There's a segment of people out there that are always going to buy what's the most affordable.
Right.
And God bless them, they got to be able to play.
Right.
They need to buy something. But don't be the guy that pulls up with his light bar full of water.
Yeah.
Or with half the lights out.
Right.
I put a lifetime warranty on every product we make. We back it up. The last thing I want is to box up an expensive light and ship it back out the door because yours failed.
That's right, and we've pushed your lights for the last 3 or 4 years, and as you can see on the show right now, this is your partner, and you can see how bright those blue lights are inside of his Ranger boat. And I'm sure people that do a lot of fishing have gone down the lake and seen, all these lights all over these boats. Chances are those are Blue Water LED lights that they're seeing. But I can tell you that I've seen some that are not, and they don't have the same quality. They don't have the same brightness. The color. What color options do you offer?
Well, we offer white, red, blue, amber, green, orange, and we have a UV.
Okay.
There is a huge difference in lights. They all look the same, but the IP rating is different.
Okay.
Ours are IP68, which means water's not getting in them. If a man touches a product, a man assembles it, it may fail.
Right.
I'm not saying they never fail. They fail a whole lot less than everything else on the market, and when they do, we back them up.
And that's a true statement. Now, where can people find your lights besides your website? And after we go to a break here in a couple minutes here, we're going to come back. We're going to play with these lights. We're going to touch them. We're going to show them off and show some different aspects that you have on flashlights and spotlights and bar lights. Where can people find your lights at?
Well, one of the most familiar places, Bass Pro Shops.
Right.
Every Bass Pro Shops in the country carries our lights.
And that's impressive because Bass Pro doesn't put junk in their stores. And they don't put stuff in their stores that's not going to perform for their customers.
That's exactly right. and we get very little in return. We have a policy with Bass Pro Shops where they ship us back all our returns, and we credit them.
Okay.
And the returns are minimal.
Really?
Absolutely.
And are the sales doing pretty well with Bass Pro?
They're climbing every month. We hope to be in a couple of other big boxes by 2016.
That'd be amazing. I'd love to see y'all in Cabela's and, you know, places like the Gainer Mountains, you know, just anybody ask me, like, I have the lights on my truck. I have the orange lights under my truck. It matches our logo for our TV show. And when I turn them on, people are like, man, those lights are bright. Where'd you get those at? And I always push Blue Water LED to those. It's just an amazing product. Love the fact that you're based right here in Kentucky. And like I said, shipping's so easy. Now, you have another partner with you, and y'all do a wonderful job on these products here. Tell us a little bit about the flashlight you have.
Well, we have 3 flashlights, but one that I brought in particular we're really proud of. It's called the Cyber Shot series, and the Cyber Shot Sniper is a big deal because it has a 6-hour runtime on one charge.
Continuous.
Continuous. You know, the cool thing about it is it fires a beam over 1,500 feet.
That's a long way.
You can spot something pretty far out there.
Yeah.
So we're proud of that light, and unlike other flashlights on the market, you know, the batteries for these things are not cheap.
Right.
You don't get one battery. You know, we don't cheap out on you there. You get 2 batteries, you get a charger, and you get a light that comes with a lifetime warranty. We had a guy kick one of these off the dock. 2 days later, he fished it out of there. It still worked.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
And that just shows the quality that y'all have over at Blue Water LED. And I know we've used the bar lights on top of UTVs for tracking deer. Make a shot, got a really nice blood trail. Man, you know, it's hard with a normal flashlight. Normal flashlights go dark so quick, they run out. Then you're pulling out your cell phone, trying to use your cell phone light on there. It doesn't do much good either. What was great about having that bar light on a UTV was the guy could get behind you and kick that light on, and you could see 85, 90, 100 yards in front of you. And it was great because you had your UTV or your four-wheeler there with you once you recovered your animal to get it on the back and get it out. But you had blue water lights on top of it, and you could see for miles. It was very impressive. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to show you some of these different products they have here. And you folks, you're going to be really impressed with it. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host. With me tonight, we have Mike from Blue Water LED, the president. We're going to go over some of your products here now, Mike. Now, what we got here, now tell us a little bit about this one right here, first of all.
This is probably one of the best values we have. This is part of our Cyber Series. It's Cyber Series 200. 1,700 lumens, lots of mounting options, but just super bright for the price. 2 of these on a truck, and you can see forever. Pulls almost no current. You can actually light this up with a 9-volt battery.
Yeah, I know. When you first told me that, when you first became a sponsor of Lights Out Outdoors, I was like, a 9-volt battery? And we tested it. A 9-volt battery lit it up as bright as could be.
Absolutely.
So when all my friends came over, I couldn't wait to show them how a 9-volt battery would turn this big light on. You know, they were like, that's unbelievable.
It's cool.
So that's what's impressive to me is that they don't pull the juice to run your battery down. And I have a Cub Cadet side-by-side, and I have a little bit larger bar, and I have some of these on here. I've left them on, and my battery's still good because it don't pull any juice. So that's what impresses me the most on that one. This one right here, to me, would be really good for your duck hunters. If you're accessing a WMA somewhere by boat, these are super bright. Tell me a little about these.
We've had people use these from trolling motors on boats to side-by-sides to lawn mowers to trailers, you name it. And it's just a super versatile light. Again, lights up with a 9-volt battery. Again, tons of mounting options. It comes in a flood and a spot. Okay. Tons of light for the money.
Now, how many lumens is this?
That's 800 lumens.
And 800 lumens, that's a lot. That's a very, very bright light to have that. And the wiring is so easy. You got your red and black, your positive, negative. I mean, there's nothing to it. The mounting kits that go in here, when I mounted mine, it was simple, easy to do. I mean, you don't have to be real mechanically inclined to figure out how to mount these or hook them up, which is great because they're very, very user-friendly. What we have here next, and this is not the largest bar you carry, but this is a pretty impressive bar in itself.
That's right. This is over 5,000 lumens, and it'll light up a field. This particular light, it's lightweight, draws very little current. Now, a 9-volt battery won't light this entire thing up.
Right.
It'll light some of it up.
Right.
But again, it doesn't draw that much power. So, you don't have to worry about making that mistake of leaving your light on and killing your battery.
And you have these in different size options, correct?
We do. We have this up to a 2600. This is a 600. We have up to a 2600, which is almost 40 inches.
40-inch bar on this one.
And that would be 26,000 lumens.
26,000. Now, put in perspective for the viewers at home, what would 26,000 lumens light up? I mean, would it light up a football field?
It'd turn a football field to daylight.
That's pretty impressive, guys. And, not only are these great for fishermen, hunters, but they're wonderful for farmers. You put them on your tractor. If you're out trying to find some cattle that got loose, I mean, who doesn't need the lights? This is wonderful for that. No matter what bar you use, you can mount anywhere. I'm definitely going to get some more. I just got a new John Deere tractor, and I'm definitely going to put some of these on the tractor because bush hogging and food plots at night, it'd be great to have this because the headlights just aren't bright enough.
You got to have them, and they come in spots and floods no matter how big.
Okay, really? So you can get the full big bar in a spot or a flood?
Absolutely.
That's incredible. Now here's what I don't care if it's hunter, fisherman, if you want it in your truck, keep it in your boat, keep it in your backpack, no matter what you want to do, this flashlight weighs almost absolutely nothing. It is so light, and it's very tactical looking. It's really cool. Now tell us a little about this one.
This light's special. We have a CyberShot series, but this is called the Sniper. Yeah, it looks a lot like a lot of flashlights out there, but it's really a special light. It's got a 6-hour continuous runtime on one charge, and this thing will fire a beam 1,500 feet.
1,500 feet?
1,500 feet.
That would be ideal for your average coon hunters that are going out there that are spotting these coons in these trees. They're carrying big lights that always go dead on them, the big heavy batteries. This weighs nothing. I mean, you can put this in your front pocket and you can walk around like, with no big deal. So that would be very, very impressive for them to have this. And 1,500 feet's a long way. And are these rechargeable batteries or?
They're rechargeable. You will get 2 of them.
Okay, like you were talking earlier.
And a charger.
And this is the Sniper series.
That's the Sniper.
And what other options do you have in this?
We have a Tactical.
Okay.
The Tactical is 1,200 lumens, super bright. It's more of a flood.
Okay.
Smaller, more compact. Fits in a case a little bit easier. And then we've got a Recon, and a Recon is a direct charge.
Okay.
Battery never comes out. You plug the flashlight in itself.
Okay. So on these right here, the batteries do come out of these?
Battery comes
and
out.
you put it on charger?
Yes.
Nice. So that's really cool because you can put in your backpack, have one battery completely charged, one in your flashlight, and if you get stuck out after dark, have to track a deer, you've always got something.
Absolutely.
Because we was tracking one a month ago with one of our staff members, Tanya Bland, and we ran out of flashlights. Everybody's flashlight died, our phones died, everything died. So, that would have been real nice to have at this time. Now, I understand you're going to do a Facebook giveaway with us.
We are.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you're going to visit our Facebook page. You're going to like the page, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to message us.
Okay.
You have to like the page to message us. When you message us, you're going to use the code word Sniper.
Okay.
That's all you've got to do. Use the code word Sniper. Of course, you got to like the Lights Out Outdoors page, too.
Now, actually, we're going to like the Wild Kentuckiana Live page.
There you go.
So, folks, you've seen it here on Wild Kentuckiana Live. So you go like our page, and then you're going to go over to Blue Water LED. And I'm telling you, once you become a fan of their Facebook page, they do all kinds of Facebook discounts and giveaways. Always seeing something on there about the new products coming out. A lot of good information, whether you're a fisherman or a hunter or you're camping. No matter what you do, who doesn't need a good flashlight? Who doesn't need good lights? So what are you going to give away to them?
Well, we're going to give away one of our Snipers.
Okay.
We're going to give away one of our 200 series.
Nice.
And we're going to give away one of our original Cyber Lights.
Perfect.
So we want to have more than one winner. We'll do multiple winners.
So you're going to have 3 winners. Go like the Wild Kentuckiana Live page. Go like Blue Water LED. Put in the code word Sniper.
Yep.
And you're going to do a drawing. And for those of you all that don't get to see this live, that see it delayed on DirecTV or Dish Network, we're going to let it run for a week so everybody has the same opportunity. And believe me, folks, there are cheaper lights out there, but they're nowhere near the quality. They're nowhere near the durability. And they're definitely not going to have the lifetime warranty. So you can spend $40 or $50 less and buy those cheap ones and then buy another one in 3 years or 2 years. or you can go ahead and just buy the right one to begin with and never have to worry about it as long as you have it. Because I can tell you, I know Mike on a personal level, and former military, very stand-up guy, and will definitely back his product to the end of time. So Mike, I do appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you again for being with Lights Out. We really appreciate it, man. You're a big supporter and have been from the very beginning. That means a lot to us. And we will always push Blue Water LED.
Thanks, Tom. We appreciate being partners.
No problem. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain. We just had Mike, president of Blue Water LED, on. We was real happy to have him on here. We also are glad to welcome Knob Creek Gun Range to our show this year. But now I'm bringing on a couple of guys that are a little more personal to me. These are two of the three remaining crew members for Lights Out Outdoors. And you hear me throughout the shows talk a little bit about Lights Out and the connections I have with some of our sponsors. That's how I'm bringing them on. Well, y'all have not yet got to meet the actual people behind that. We are short Chris Redmond this week. He is actually helping his father Bob do some last minute campaigning for Metro Council. Go Bob, 5th District. So hope that works out for him. We have Jason McKinley here, and we have Justin Reneau. Two really good friends of mine. They've been with Lights Out from the very beginning. And guys, I'm just proud to have y'all on here with me. And everything that has come from Lights Out, including Wild Kentuckiana Live, is because of what you all have been a part of. And people don't realize that once we get out there, and Michael Daleo, I don't like to use his name, but he says it best, brotherhood. It really is a brotherhood, because when I talk about family, I talk about you guys, our staff members that don't always get the proper acknowledgement or the front page like we do, but they're so essential to putting together our show. What we do is very time consuming, and we are very blue collar guys, and we all work for a living, and we don't have the luxuries of just hunting for a living. We don't do that. So I think our show relates better to people because we work, we're weekend warriors like they are. We bust our tail Monday through Friday. Sometimes we get a half day here and there, and we shoot to the woods. And we make the best of our opportunities, just like the people watching at home. Okay. Now, Justin, anybody that knows you, you're like my second son.
That's right.
You're not from here. You're from Texas. Your job moved you up here. So, you've been around, and, you're like part of my family. But people that know you don't talk.
No, this is not me at all.
This is not you. He's a little uncomfortable, and this is not what he's used to. But Jason, you talk too much.
I've heard that before.
So tell me what it's like for you all to be part of Lights Out.
It's cool. I mean, I love the camaraderie. Just like you said earlier, without the staff members, we wouldn't be able to pull everything we do, No. I mean, the guys and gals do a great job, and I just like hanging out with everybody and sharing, the outdoors with everybody that watches the show.
It's fun, man, because people don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and we have a good time when we go out. Oh. I mean, we have a blast. Now, Justin, what's good about it for you?
Tell you, I've really enjoyed is whether we're working a show or we're just attending a show, is you get so many different people from different parts of the country.
Right.
And it's what they want to show their stories or their pictures of these deer they're after,
Mm-hmm.
or, what they're up against, as far as climate or the deer movement good there, and you just hear so many different issues that are going on, and it's just fun to hear everybody's experiences.
And it is, because we find out once we're doing these shows or working these shows, and they're fighting the same elements we are, and they love to find out that they're having the same problems we're having. I mean, because we're not that TV show that hunts 10,000, 20,000 dollar outfitters that some of your bigger shows on Sportsman's Channel and your Outdoor Channel you see. Those are great. Those guys paved the way for us. I would never disrespect them in any way, because they show us how to do things, especially the older guys. the Jim Shockeys. You know, Jim Shockey's been a hero of mine forever. He does everything the right way, but nobody gets to. Average guys don't get to go on that caribou hunt that costs $33,000. You know, and the people that watch our show don't do that.
No.
You know, 90% of our deer killed are on private land that we lease or own, or WMAs. And that's what I'm probably most proud of the show is that we do it the right way that the average guy can relate to.
Yeah, we're putting in our own food plots. I mean, you mentioned earlier Blue Water about putting lights on your tractor. We're those guys that we're busting it to get out of work and get in there, and we do need lights on a tractor because we're working until it's dark outside.
Exactly, and then having to get up and go to work in the mornings. And we're very lucky we have girlfriends or spouses that are very understanding.
Most definitely.
Because what's your favorite word? Happy wife.
Happy wife, happy life, Tom.
That's right. And sometimes it's hard to make that happen all the way around. But our spouses and our kids, they understand what we do. This is our love, our passion, and our logo or our saying is really true. It's not a hobby, it's a way of life.
Right.
It is a way of life for us. We all grew up doing this. You hunted different being from Texas. Y'all did whitetails, Rios, and hogs. That was a big thing down in Texas. Being from Kentucky, it's always going to be turkey, whitetails, rabbits, dove, squirrels, all that up here. So,
Catfish.
Yeah, catfish. Jason's a great he loves setting these catfish. If you ever seen any of their episodes, he did a great episode on cane pose in the Salt River, him and his dad. By the way, I got to give his dad a shout out. Oh, Berman, we love you, brother. He watches the show every week on Wild Kentuckiana Live, and we really appreciate that. Done some rabbit hunting with him. He's really a stand-up guy.
He's a character.
He's
That's
a
for sure.
character. We're moving into a new deal for us. We're going to Pursuit Channel next year.
Yeah, that's real big.
That is huge for us.
Big step.
We started off doing local TV here at WBNA, where we're at now for Wild Kentuckiana Live. They really the first ones that put us on the TV, and I'm very appreciative of those guys here that helped us out. And each year we keep making progression steps, going up and up and up, and it's getting bigger, it's getting better, and we're going to have a fantastic year. We've got some killer staff members that have already laid down some monsters. Bradley Vanderpool, our staff member, just had a really nice article done on Realtree. He killed a 170-inch full velvet opening weekend buck with his bow.
It was a monster.
Beautiful deer.
Yeah.
Beautiful deer. It will probably be our first premiere episode on Pursuit Channel. So, Bradley did a wonderful job, made a great shot on him. And I think he said the deer ran 50 yards, and the footage is amazing. And I can't wait for it to see on Pursuit Channel next year.
I know it's an exciting year for us. I mean, we're taking some big steps here.
We are, adding, and there's a picture of Bradley's deer. I mean,
Yep.
tell me that it just is not a giant.
That's by far that's a buck of a lifetime right
It
there.
is, and you know what? That was killed on free range, private lease ground. That was no outfitter. There was no money involved there. He put his food plots out. He put his corn out. Put his cameras out. He worked hard. He harvested that deer, and he did a wonderful job with it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about a little bit of footage we shot last year that we're on the show. So, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. With me tonight, I have Jason and Justin, both the crew members and my brothers, and Lights Out Outdoors TV. So we're glad to have y'all on here tonight, and let's talk a little about hunting.
Glad to be here.
Now, to me, it's my favorite time of year. Well, my second favorite. I love the opening weekend velvet tries. I'm not always successful there, but getting into this pre-rut. Jason, what about this part of the time of year makes you excited about it?
The trail cameras, that's what really gets me excited. Like running the trail cameras and starting to see a lot of activity, scrapes, rubs, so things are starting to heat up, and it always gets the blood boiling, it's pumping you up for that time of the year, trying to pinpoint one particular deer or maybe two.
You're right, and that's what we're all doing right now is trying to, find that deer we've seen on camera since Velvet.
are all the new deer.
Yeah.
This is a
That's a
time
good
that
point.
it's like you just put out your cameras this week. You don't know what's going to be on there. There's so much deer movement. That
Right here we're showing Jason's, as you can see, a good sponsor of ours, Ridge Rocker and Badlands in the corner there. That was a nice buck that Jason got to harvest last year. And he put a lot of work into that food plot that they were out there eating on.
Yep.
Before he was chasing a doe, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yep, he was chasing a doe. I forget it was the second or third day of season, and it was a great hunt. He come in, just perfect, and presented a nice shot, and it was a good ethical kill, and I was proud to take that animal. It had been a while since I killed a buck.
Right, and I tell you what, the great thing about that deer is when you shot him, he was down.
Yeah, that's always nice.
It was very nice. You don't have to worry about tracking nothing. You don't have to worry about making a bad shot or that deer, suffering. We definitely don't want any deer or any animal suffering. We want to make the most ethical shot we possibly can to harvest that animal and be done. And it's really great because on this video here that you're seeing, you can see the highlight and how it's blown up right there. That was a quality buck, probably a 3.5-year-old deer.
Yeah, I would say so.
What do you think that deer scored?
He was in the mid 130s.
And there he is, boy. Look.
He was a little pumped up.
I tell you what, that's what gets us going is, I don't care how many deer you shoot, whether it's a doe or a buck, you're still just pumped up. And what sets our show apart from everybody else, in my opinion, is we don't have all of these paid high-dollar cameramen to go with us. We all take turns filming each other. Yeah. There's been many times me and Justin have gone out and I'll hunt the morning, he'll film me, he'll hunt the evening, I film him. Of course, you do cut down your hunts by doing that. But you feel comfortable with everybody in our crew that that they're behind that camera, they know what they're doing, they know they're going to get the shot, they know they're going to hit record, and, it's going to be a good video. And that's all we're trying to do is entertain. That's all we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're not in it to make money, that's for sure.
The Lord knows we're not doing that. It's just, our goal is to have quality sponsors that we believe in their products, they believe in us, have a good working relationship, put together some good video, air it, and people get to see it. Right. That was our goal.
And have a good time doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And have a wonderful time doing it. And believe me, we've gone through blood, sweat, and tears like we talked about earlier, and most of it's been tears. And, it's been a lot of ups and downs on our show, but we've always come through like champs.
But we still keep turning the page, though.
We do turn the page, and we're steady going forward with it, so that's great. Justin, you were behind the camera on me when I got to harvest a real nice doe last year at Whitetail Haven.
That's right. Opening weekend, wasn't it?
It was opening weekend. Here's a little clip of it right here. I already shot a buck. This is the first evening. I was in the stand 38 minutes and was able to kill out opening day 38 minutes into the afternoon hunt. Now, she was about 6 yards, and that was the only shot that presented itself. And it was a great shot. I shot her right below the neck, and she ran 15 yards. She was done. I mean, it was really good. And Louis Medley at Whitetail Haven invited us out there, and it was a great hunt. He had a great setup, great field, alfalfa field, and it was a truly good hunt.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Now,
good weekend.
It was a great weekend. Now, what do you think is the most important part of our show?
I would have to say just, that we are the ones that get out there and we do it all. It's not anybody else. That's how we relate to everybody, that watches the show.
Right.
Is, we're just like you.
We are, and we're not.
We shoot the does. We have the misses.
Lord, don't we know we have the misses.
Every once in a while we get lucky and we get that good buck, but most of ours, are 130s, 140s. We're still great deer, but
absolutely,
we're not hunting any high fences with 200-inch deer in there. So,
right.
Like you see on a lot of shows that are on the outdoor sportsman channels, stuff like that.
And I'm not knocking those guys. Those guys do a wonderful job, and if that's their gig, it's their gig. But we do our doe management. We take our does. The other night I was hunting. I missed a doe, shot right over her back. Granted, it was 91 yards, but I still shot right over her back. But we're going to show our misses on TV. We're going to show our hits.
It's part of hunting.
It is, because you don't always get to harvest a deer you're after. It doesn't work that way. They call it hunting, not getting.
Yeah, sure.
And lots of these shows you see on TV, and like I said, nothing bad towards them. They have great shows, wonderful shows. I enjoy watching them. I like to get ideas off their shows. Sure. But they get off a plane, they have somebody picking them up, straight to the deer stand. They get up in the deer stand, they kill a deer, they get down, they go to the next spot. And, you know, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And those are the guys that actually truly, that was a doe I harvested this year here. She's a year-old deer. You can see my Athens. It was a wonderful kill and great footage. Brian Sneed, a new crew member with us, or a new staff member with us, caught all on film for us. So it's going to be stuff like that on our show.
Yeah, I mean, you can assure you that for every deer that we shoot in the stand, there are probably 40 sits before that where we didn't shoot a deer.
Right.
We're not going to where we, you know, like where the, you know, the outfitters that have, oh, you've got these 4 deers to choose from. I mean, it's just not it.
It's not. And every once in a while we do get the opportunity to hunt an outfitter, but it's not an outfitter that the normal guy couldn't afford to do. You know, the outfitters, like we went to Louis Medley of Whitetail Haven, Springfield, Kentucky. I think a 3-day bow hunt with him is like $1,100. Yeah. When it comes to outfitters, it seems like a lot of money, but it's a very reasonable amount because lots of guys like Whitetail Heaven, I mean, they're killing 200-inch deer, wonderful outfit up there, and they're killing monster free-range deer.
Great operation they got going on.
But they're $10,000, $8,000 to go hunt that. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little more about hunting. We're going to talk about how this is our favorite time of year some more. Maybe get some tips at home for tracking these deer and pinpointing them this time of year. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I'm your host, Tom Chamberlain. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We've had a great show so far. I'm really proud to have these guys here with me. I'm just sad that our set's not big enough to have our whole staff here because they do as much work as we do. Absolutely. You know, we got a group of guys from Columbia, Kentucky, Adair County. Tracy Taylor, Mike Hamlet, and Bradley Vanderpool. They are wonderful, ethical hunters. They kill a lot of deer. They kill a lot of turkey. They're great, big into coyotes. And you'll see this year coming up a lot of episodes on how to do your predator maintenance, how to you know, take care of your coyote problem, and you'll see a lot from Tracy and Mike there. We got Brian Sneed. He's out of Bullock County. He's new with us, and he's doing a wonderful job, man. He's hands-on, jumps in, does whatever we need to do. We got Bob Shanahouse, Ed Morris, and I don't want to leave anybody out. Cassie Jo England, she's been on the show before on one of the pilot episodes, former U of L cheerleader, great hunter.
Got Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith just killed a nice buck.
Labor Day buck.
Yeah, he sure did, and I'm excited to see that footage on that because Jonathan has turned in some good footage so far, and we're proud to have him on board. And we've just got so many people that take to shoot video to make this show even possible. And it's hard to do it all by ourselves. Would you all agree?
Oh, most definitely.
For sure.
And it's, you know, it takes everybody on our staff to make this happen, and we couldn't do it without them. And we're very appreciative of them. And our sponsors. We have some wonderful sponsors.
We do.
Right. Athens Archery.
Great bows.
Wonderful, wonderful setups. Rodney was on the show when he came in opening week in Kentucky to shoot with us, and got a nice little buck, and he was very pleased, and he's now in Illinois trying to do it again. So he's on the road again. Black Eagle Arrows. I've had Randy on the phone with us before. Makes quality arrows. So we have a lot of really, really good sponsors. I've had Rack Vantage on with us. If you're talking about wanting a food plot to stand out from everybody else's, put that Rack Vantage on there.
Yeah.
It's going to be stellar. And there's a lot more that we could go into as far as our sponsors, but they're all very important to us. And they make the show possible. Of course, to be on the Pursuit Channel or to be on WBNA or to be anywhere, it costs a lot of money to do that.
It does.
And if it wasn't for these sponsors paying our way to do this, we wouldn't have this opportunity.
True.
And we've had a lot of doors closed on us. You know, we send out 300 or 400 emails to get one response.
Yep.
It's a lot of legwork. Now, going back into this time of year hunting, which is everybody's favorite time of the year. Now, Jason, when there's not a lot of mass crop nuts on the ground, because it's been a bad year everywhere I've seen. It's not been anywhere. What's your go-to this time of year when you're trying to find that buck that's just now starting to push that doe around?
Well, I mean, of course, you know, if you're fortunate enough to have the food plots in your area, get on the edges of the food plots, you know, or the fields. I mean, you know, this time of the year, the buck, they're out there leaving their sign. I mean, they're scraping, they're rubbing, and that's what I try to focus on, you know, mainly the wood line, and also, you know, you can find some ridges, and if you're lucky enough, you can find a tree with some nuts on it, but
if you found that one white oak tree it
better
produced,
sit on it.
you don't come off of it
Especially this
because
year,
it's been a bad year for the nut population around the, you know, the Jefferson County, Bullitt County, Meade County, Spencer County areas. And from what I hear, the whole state's been that kind of way. Because last year it was like when you walked in the woods, it was like having been roller skates. Yeah. I mean, nuts were everywhere. It was so hard to pinpoint a deer last year because they could feed anywhere.
Right.
I would rather not have any nuts on the ground so you could isolate corn piles, feeders, food plots. And you're right, going out and just walking the edge of fields, you know, spray down real good, be scent free, go down and walk it, find that sign, find that bedding area, find out where he's rubbing and scraping, set a camera up on it. Man, look at the head on that thing.
This was last year. No, actually early this year, January.
Yep.
I harvested a late doe there, late season, with the bow, and I shot her probably about 40 yards. But,
that's good.
She ran a pretty good piece, but I ended up finding her. But.
Wonderful. Now, Justin, we got to do something really special a couple weeks ago. And me and you, my son, and my dad got to go to Crystal, Maine to do a bear hunt.
Yes.
That was real special to me because I was having a really good friend that I consider a son, my actual son and my father, all up in Crystal, Maine on a bear hunt. And it was really, really cool to have everybody up there. And, you know, don't always get to make those hunts come true, but we went up there as 4 people. Come back with 2 bears. You can see there's my son and Justin. And, you know, really after Jacob killed his bear, I didn't care if I killed one after that. Just seeing the look on his face. And
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see that video on the Pursuit Channel next year of him killing that bear. So what was it like up there in Crystal, Maine for you?
I'll tell you, I mean, it was great. The accommodations, you know, had a great time. The amount of bear that we saw, I mean, I think that was the first day that we hunted.
Yep.
And I mean, the first bait site we went to, the dogs were on something. And, I mean, I don't know if for y'all that have never hunted with dogs, whether it's coons or hogs or, you know, wherever. I mean, it's when that dog starts barking, it starts tracking something. It's pretty. you get excited,
man.
yeah.
There's Jacob there with the dogs.
I mean, look at that face. He's like
he's 13 years old.
He don't get any more excited than that. Right.
How pumped up are you when you're 13 years old? He said, "Dad, I bet you I'm the only 13-year-old that killed a bear out of my school."
I'm sure he was. I'm sure it was fun though. It was a good experience. We had a great time up there. It was a good 3 days.
It was, and you know, we had one day of rain that kind of hurt us really bad, and the dogs got onto a bear that we had some of the greatest houndsmen you could ever ask for. They're out of the tri-state Tennessee area, the Bristol, Johnson City area. Wonderful, wonderful guys. They're part of the Tennessee Houndsman Association, and those guys were pros in every way they could have been.
Stand-up guys for sure.
And they're, you know, being up there in Yankee Land with all those Yankees up there almost to Canada, having some other rednecks with us really eased a lot of tension because, you know, they were good guys, and it was just an amazing experience. They did their job. They did get on one bear they feel like may set the Maine state record. It hurt one of the dogs pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, they were a couple of people that had seen it in person. I mean, they were sure it was over 600 pounds, at least 600 pounds, and I believe the Maine state record for a bear is 699.
Right.
So, you know, it could be up in that area. But, I mean, one guy stayed back with the guy that's, you know, his dogs got hurt. He was determined he was staying there. Everybody else had left. He was staying up there until he got that bear, you know.
Everybody went back home to Tennessee and Kentucky, and he stayed up there, bound determined to get revenge for hurting his dog. Luckily, his dog made it. She's okay. They rushed her to the vet. The vet was awesome up there, able to patch her up, and said she's going to take a couple months off, but he never did get the chance to harvest that bear. The season's over up out there now, so he didn't get the opportunity. But those guys just emailed me last week and wanted to come down to Tennessee, so I'm looking forward to going down to Tennessee and try to get on the bear down there too. So we're getting ready to take a quick break. We'll come back with one more segment. Stay tuned. folks, welcome back to Wild Kentuckiana Live. I got with me my partners in crime here, Jason and Justin from Lights Out Outdoors TV. Of course, we are missing Chris Redmond tonight. Like I said earlier, he is helping his dad Bob do some last-minute campaigning, and having that Redmond last name and being a Super Bowl winning quarterback and a Sports Illustrated cover boy, it helps push along, help Dad push along. So Bob, we're rooting for you for 10th District. Go get them, and we hope you win the election on Tuesday. Jason, let's go back into what else do you like? Why is it that you like to be a part of Lights Out?
Well, as earlier, the camaraderie, but also the educational portion of teaching others, like taking the youth, taking part of your family out, friends, and showing them how to hunt, and being behind the camera, capturing those memories. That's what makes it for me. I mean, I like to share the memories that we've captured, to show them on TV or whether it be YouTube or whatever, and sit back and watch. You always have that. You can always go back and watch it. You always have it.
Oh yeah, some of my best memories is being in a turkey blind with me and Jacob and Dad, and him getting to kill his first longbeard, or being in the big box blind at the old 44 lease with me, him, and Dad again, and him getting to shoot his first deer. I mean, all caught on camera, all shown on an episode. Always have it forever.
Yep.
That's
priceless.
It's very priceless because growing up hunting, we didn't have camcorders out there.
Be lucky if you had pictures.
Exactly. And now that we have something we can go back on and look at, me and Jacob still at times will go back and try to review some videos, and it's just really cool to go back and see the expression on the kid's face or any youth you take hunting. It's important. We want to make sure that we're involved with the youth, and one thing we always want to do is work with the Fish and Wildlife Department. They do some wonderful things here in Kentucky. And we've had the commissioner on this show here, and he's a big supporter of ours, and we're a big supporter of his. And they do a really nice youth hunt out by you, Jason.
Yep. Yeah, they do. They put it on every year, and they also, they get the kids there, and it's a great event, educational event. And sometimes the family members are involved, and it's a great time. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife are just top notch. They got it going for our youth. I mean,
they do, and they hold that at Terraceville WMA.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's a sign up kind of thing. So any of you youth out there next year that want to get involved, definitely keep in contact with Fish and Wildlife versus use their Facebook page or their website, and they'll let you know when they're having these sign-ups, and you can go on there and try to sign up. It'd be great if you've never killed a deer before. They have a lot of good mentors out there that are helping them out. You never know, you might see us out there doing a little footage of it.
Running the camera.
We filmed a little bit out there. Yeah.
They just do a lot of good things, and we're proud to be a part of them. What I like about Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, when you go hunt other states, Kentucky's always referred to as the redneck bumpkin state, and I hate that because in our department, there's so many intelligent people up there, from the biologists to fishing, the game wardens, the fishery people, very intelligent. And if you talk to other, wildlife DNR offices in different states, their thing is we want to be just like Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Because, we've introduced the elk in. It's been very successful, even though anybody on our team's never been drawn for it. We'll always keep putting in, supporting it. And, that's what our show's about, supporting our local people. They've supported us, we need to support them. And, when you go to different states and you talk to these other DNR people, and they're like, man, Kentucky's got the program going. They know how to manage their herds. They brought that elk project in, and it's taken off. Now they're going to start capturing these elks, and they're going to start pushing these to other states and helping them do the same thing that we got. Mm-hmm. So, when they look at us and, everybody's assuming, no teeth, can't speak, no education, Kentucky guys. We got a lot of intelligent people right here in our state.
Yeah, you don't get the #1 Boone and Crockett state, by not doing anything.
Right.
They manage it. They're doing it great.
It's really cool, and hopefully we can get on one of these Boone and Crockett's this year, and
we all hope.
That's what we're striving for every year. But folks, we do have a show coming out on Pursuit Channel. It's going to air 6 a.m. on Saturday mornings, which is to me a great time slot because you can turn on the TV, and see some hunting early in the morning. We start airing next third and fourth quarter, so in the TV industry that means June, and we'll run 13 episodes and then 13 repeats. So that will reach all the way into hunting season. And what's great about that is you'll be able to turn on the TV before you go hunting and see us, and we're going to get you pumped up.
Yeah, I mean, I always have it on, getting ready to go. Just get you in the mood.
It does. It puts you right. You're exactly right. It puts you right in the mood, and we have a great time doing it. It's just a ball. It's not about. I can't tell you the last time I've been in a stand though and not have a camera with me.
It would be an odd feeling if we didn't.
My wife will tell me all the time, just go hunting. Well, I ain't got a camera guy.
It's kind of the camera comes before the gun anymore.
It does. It does. We've all had not shot deer because it wasn't on camera before.
Right. Yeah.
The other night I had a doe pulled back, 18 yards. Cameraman couldn't get her in focus, couldn't see her. I let her down. Yeah. And my wife's like, just go hunting. I'm like, you can't just go hunting. You got to have that camera. And what if you didn't? Or if that big buck did walk up? So
Depends on how big
we
he is.
we do have a media packet out there, and for any local businesses that would like to jump on board and see this right here, this is our media packet, and we'd love to have you involved with Lights Out, and advertisement is a write-off. So this is what we do, and it takes a lot to go on the Pursuit channel, and we've accomplished our goal. We want to help any local businesses that want to get their name out there, whether it's hunting or fishing related or not. It doesn't matter who it is. We can put you on the show. We have different packages available. You can go to YouTube and just look up Lights Out Outdoors on the YouTube, and you scroll down and you're going to see our media packet on there, and you'll see what we reach. We're reaching 45.2 million households every single week. Now, think about that number, 45.2 million households.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of households. And if you have a business that needs to be promoted, what better than a local group of guys like us that are blue-collar guys that are going to go the extra mile for you and to keep you happy.
Right.
So that's what we do, folks. Please tune into our show. Go to our Facebook page, Lights Out Outdoors. We'll do giveaways on there. We'll do all kinds of stuff on there. And check out our website, www.lightsoutoutdoors.com, and we will see you next week on Wild Kentuckiana Live.